Nobody Else's Auto, 7:30 Tuesday evening. Run a little bit behind tonight. We had a family dinner, so things were going to be running late. So that's why I threw a post up there about an hour ago to so everybody knew we were going to be just a little bit behind tonight. Kevin's here. Norma's here. Glad you guys made it. Mark's here. No, Mark, you didn't miss us. That's why if something changes, you know, I'm going to be a little later, so I'm always check for a post because that's what I threw up about an hour ago to back it up a little bit. So if something ever seems weird on a Tuesday night or a Sunday night where something changes, always look for a post because I'll throw some sort of a memo up there so you guys know. So yeah, run a little bit behind because supper went a little bit late. So that's what happens sometimes. But that's why I want to make sure everybody knew that we were going to still be on just a little bit later. So got a bunch of cool cans to check out tonight, plus another cool piece. Auction find stuff from a few weeks back we're going to get in tonight. Big Job's here. Brian Dispatch made it. So we'll dig into some of that stuff. And as always, any questions, comments as we're boogieing through here, be sure to let me know. So anyway, Peter from Down Under. A lot of stuff going on. Obviously, Meekum Indy is this week. Cats are everywhere. I just bumped one with my heel. Doug's on. So, yep, no problem, Mark. That's BW. Yeah, that Delco sign, I think, is actually new old stock. It was beautiful when we found it. And all we did was wax it and hung it up. So, it's a really nice sign. But anyway, so we're just a little bit late because of that. But like I said, if something ever seems weird, just check for a post. And I'm not always, but I'll always try to get something up. I won't always get it up, but I'll always try to get a post up if something changes in the schedule. So anyway, that being said, let's check out some cans, plus another super cool piece. Recent auction finds. Like I said, a lot going on this week. Meekum Indy is going on. There's going to be a lot of great coverage on that. John's here. A lot of regulars. I'm sure I missed some of you guys were scrolling through here. So Meekum Indy's going to have a lot of TV coverage. You'll definitely want to catch some of that. Hutch Swap Meet Friday. I'm going to try to hit that. Jim's here. So a lot of cool stuff happened. A lot to talk about Sunday night for sure. So trying to keep up on comments. Things are scrolling here pretty quick, which is great. I'm glad you guys are all on. But these cans all came from an auction a couple weeks ago, plus another super cool piece we got at an auction. I got at the same auction, actually. So we'll check some of that stuff out. And like I said, run a little bit behind how to kind of throw this together real quick. So, but we definitely didn't want to miss it. Brian Dispatch was watching the 71 Cutlass video. I was waiting. Perfect. Numero uno made it. Randy's here. So anyway, let's get rolling. Let's check out some cool cans. And then we got this other really neat piece that I was kind of excited about. Nothing super fancy, but still I thought it was pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get ready to get rolling tonight on some cool cans. All right. Some of these aren't even car related, but they were pretty cool, so I thought we'd share them, including the first one. Butterflake popcorn. This is actually a metal popcorn tin. Jim's here. Super hybrid yellow holeless, an actual old school metal popcorn tin. Something kind of different. Butterflake. Definitely gives you the feel of being at the movies. The next can, this one's a little bit rough. We've had some similar to this, but I don't think we've ever had one of these smaller ones from the Norse Oil Company. Kansas City-based company. It's kind of a rectangle quart-size can for Norse Oil. Norse products. Had the Viking on it. Another can that isn't even car related, but was in the box and I thought was really kind of cool. And I don't know much about this thing. I don't know anything about it, actually. But I thought it was neat. And it is an old school metal can. It is brand new, never cut open. Pete's here. And it's a photo deal. And I don't know nothing about this. I took a photography class in junior college. It's the last thing I know about photos. But this is a steel-sealed, old school metal can. I do not see a year on it. For Kodak Microdoll replenisher. Don't know a thing about this, but it is definitely early. It is definitely cool. For photographic purposes only. It says 1 gallon size. Well, this thing is about the size of one of those 1 pound grease cans. So obviously this had to be mixed in with something. It has a key on the bottom of it to open it. I don't know if you can hear that. Like I said, it is completely sealed. No idea what this is for. Maybe a toxic chemical in today's world. I don't even know. Eastman Kodak Company. Kodak Microdoll replenisher. Whatever that is, there is some of it. But still in good shape and still looks really cool. Adjust this a little bit so you can get a good, keep them in frame there. The next one, this one's also a little rough, but it's something kind of different. It's an antifreeze, a 1 gallon antifreeze. Yeah, pour it on the popcorn. Maybe we'll see what happens there. Nathan's Mopar Garage made it. Firestone Motor King antifreeze. 1 gallon. Let's see. Try to keep these things where I can see them. The little handy oilers. The little handy oilers are always great. Pete says, hit the like, appreciate that. And, you know, they're nice little display cans. I got a handful of different various ones. Permatex, obviously a very well-known brand. Permatex Solvo Rust Super Penetrant. These are the little small handy oilers. Metal cans. Still has the original top on it. Permatex, obviously a well-known company. You know, a lot of their stuff, you know, obviously comes in tubes. We're used to like the silicone type gasket stuff. So, old school metal Permatex Solva Rust can. Co-op household oil. Pete loved the iron cleanup video. That's fun. My buddy Stuart and his crew, they come into that equipment and they flat get some stuff done. You better get out of their way. Big John remembers using a Permatex can like that. The Co-op household oil. All the different types of uses on the back. It did everything and then some. John just says he needs all the cans. We've still got a few to go yet tonight, plus another cool piece. Another handy oiler size can, but something a little different. Big Job's grandma kept the Co-op one around. Shamrock, the Shamrock Oil Corporation lighter fluid. Same size can, the little handy oiler metal type can for Shamrock lighter fluid. Back when everybody carried a Zippo and you literally refilled your Zippo. Obviously, everybody just goes to the gas station, buys a disposable lighter until they're done, and then they pitch them. But back when you refilled people had a good quality Zippo, and this is the type of stuff you had around to refill it. One more handy oiler size type can that we're going to check out, and this is a great one. It is a basic utility oil, household type lubricant. Same size, but this is a good one. City's Service. Like City Service, they always had good cans, good signs. So that's a nice one as well. Fits right in the palm of your hand. So back when things were cool and built to last. That's exactly right. No, I didn't think we're getting nobody's Zippos. That would be kind of cool, but I'm sure they do still make Zippos, but I bet they're not cheap anymore. We got one more can. We've obviously got a great selection of cans here right now. But we got one more, and this thing is super cool. I didn't even realize how cool this was when I bought it. So I bought 2 boxes of cans. This is only part of them. There's still a few more we'll work in later. But this, after I bought both boxes, and then I realized what this was. I seen it in there, but the front of it, I just glanced at it, and I thought, well, it's neat, but I didn't think anything about it. So, were they sit-go? I think that is right, Mark. I think they did become sit-go. But this next can, it's still full. It has a little bit of yellowing on the white, but it is new. It's never been used because it's still full of product. And this is brand X, BXP Custom Mag Wheel Polish. Like a quart-sized can, magnesium, aluminum, and chrome. You can see the shine on this thing. That's how nice this can still is. Still has a cap on it, still full. Has the red, white, and blue stripe coming down the side, around on both sides. Yeah, it is definitely in great shape. And check out the back of this thing. Protect your investment. BXP is a specially formulated polish for mag and aluminum wheels. So I thought this thing was super cool. Pete's trying to buy it. Now, actually, this was once I started sorting through, I was like, oh, wow, this is a great can. I'm glad I got this one. So this one I got to keep. Like I said, I glanced at the front of it, didn't read all of it, seen kind of this area, thought, that's kind of a plain looking can, but it is nice shape. And then after I bought the boxes, Dad and I started sorting through, I was like, man, that thing is super cool. Pete's still trying. Tony's digging it. Kevin likes them. Yeah, I'd say mid-60s is probably right, Jim. Because obviously mag wheels in the mid-60s, that was a big, big thing. That was a massive investment to be able to invest in mag wheels back in the 60s. So, yeah, this is probably the same. It's probably regular wax or something, the same thing they put in other cans. They put it in a different can and put mag wheel polish on it and sold it as something different. So I got one more piece I want to share with you tonight. It said everything. Magnesium, aluminum, and chrome. That's what I said. It was probably the same thing they were putting in a can of wax. They just put this one in and it's called a wheel polish. They probably sold the same thing in another can that said wax in it, so. So one more piece I want to share with you guys tonight that I think is really pretty cool. And it's nothing fancy. It could be literally anything except for the cool sticker on it. It's just a basic board. You can see it's just kind of, I don't know if it's homemade or factory made, on this keyboard. You know, like to hang keys on. You put this on your wall, you hang your car keys on it. But what's cool about it is it's like out of an old service department. Because the sticker on it says, Hometown Jones Pontiac. So literally could be for anything. I mean, other than the fact it's got the Pontiac dealership sticker on it, is really the coolest thing about it. "22 inches by 14 inches. So literally it's all wooden. They put these hooks on it. The only thing that's super awesome about it is the fact that it still has the sticker from the Pontiac dealership where they used it, probably in the service department, I would guess. Like I said, it's all wooden structure. It does have these chrome bands that they put on the bottom of it to kind of dress it up a little bit. Old school made it. But the fact that it came out of a Pontiac dealership is really what makes it cool. So there we go. Kind of a little smorgasbord tonight. That's what I'm figuring, Kevin. It was like a service department board. I mean, literally, that's exactly what I think it is. That's another good point, Big Job. If that board could talk, I bet it would have a lot of cool stories. So that's what we've got tonight. A row of cans and the Pontiac board. And some pizza boxes. So kind of an interesting mix tonight. That's right, Nathan, we need to hang some vintage keys on it. Peter's digging all of it. I'm glad you guys liked it. Like I said, I was running late tonight, and as far as getting everything ready. So I'm glad we still managed to put together a successful show tonight, and that you guys enjoyed the stuff that we had laid out to check out. So anyway, that's what I've got for tonight. Glad you guys all managed to stop by, even though we're running a little bit late. Like I said, exciting week coming up. Going to hit the hutch swap. You can't wait to see what happens at Meekum Indy. Get out there and video the yard. Yeah, and I'm thinking of trying to do a live this weekend from the yard. So Kevin's really digging the cans tonight. Yeah, did a bang-up job, Johnny. Yeah, it's this was literally thrown together. So I didn't get back shop till after 7. So yeah, did we get all the dimensions and measurements or the hard top? Oh, I think we did the other night. We can do it again sometime if we need to, but I still haven't identified that hard top. I need to get it out of my way. Take the top out and put it in a trailer at the yard, and so I can go put my Viper top on the stand or something. But anyway, I'm glad it worked out tonight, even though we kind of had to throw it together here last minute. And I'm glad we had cool stuff. How much space did you free up in the new yard? I didn't really free up a lot of space in the new yard. I did a little bit because there were probably a half dozen, there were 6 or 8 truck chassis that went, that there was just nothing left of but frame rails and stripped engine blocks and weeding the yard. No, I'm not weeding anything. We're going to spray her again this year. So we'll be bringing you some content of spraying again this year. Trying to keep things under control. I'm keeping my big stuff down, so I'm hoping it stays that way. But I probably freed up 6 or 8 spaces in the new yard from truck chassis. And like I said, obviously we cleaned up a ton of engines. And believe it or not, we didn't get them all. I think we put 1 truck chassis in that box, and the rest of that entire box was engines. And we didn't get them all. And like you've seen in the video, these engines were literally, that's right, Mark, they were boat anchors. That's exactly what they were. Because they'd been laying there, I bought my primary facility in 11, and none of this stuff had been touched since well before then. So most of those engines have been laying there for probably at least 20 years, if not longer, and probably 30 years, just sinking in the mud and taking up space. And so, actually, they're dropping again, Big Job. They were up when we sold. That was almost a month ago that we did that. So, yeah, they were all old truck chassis, but they were 1.5 tons, and there was nothing, no sheet metal, no engine parts, no nothing left on them. They were just literally taking up space. But, yeah, that was almost a month ago, not quite a month ago that we did that. And it's been sliding ever since. So it's down 20 or 30 from 3.5 weeks ago when we did that. So, but like I said, I needed to make the space. I needed the room. And plus I got rid of about 20, Toyotas and Hondas and stuff like that we don't want those contaminating the yard. So, because I do end up with some of that stuff. Perfect, Mark. Sounds great. The, some of that stuff when I buy, crap cars, that's a good way to put it. Sometimes I buy a lot of cars or buy an impound lot and some things like that, which I do some of that. And I've got a couple of 100 cars invasive cars, that's a good way to put it, of like late 90s, early 2000s stuff that, is it going to be worth holding on to? I don't know. But some of the GM, some of the Chrysler, some of the Ford stuff, I do hold. But when I do some of those deals, I end up with some Toyotas and Hondas and Nissans. And like I said, I don't want those contaminating the yard. So they get fluids drained, catalytic converters cut, and they get to go be flat. So no, they'll take normal tires. You can have like 4 tires per car like it had on it. Now, if they're big truck tires, so satisfying to watch that Honda get smashed to the ground. Yeah, that's actually why I recorded it. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it because it actually was kind of satisfying. But so when I end up with that type of stuff, that's what it is as far as I'm concerned, it's weight. If it's a Toyota, Honda, Nissan, Mazda, anything like that, it goes flat around here. It's old school's got 3 old Hondas. They wouldn't last long around here. So, but like I said, it's still weight. There's still salvage value to it. So after I get done, you know, draining fluids and stuff, they go back to a back corner of the yard. And then when I get, I had 20 some of them back there. Come get them, they can go. So that was kind of what that amounted to, was cleaning up some of that junk that I don't want it around. Like John said, invasive species, you know, can't have any of that around, so it all got to go be flat. And like I said, while he was there, I was like, man, this is a perfect opportunity to clean some of this other stuff up. So that's what we did, and we actually did clean up quite a bit of room. I got rid of 20-some cars, and my buddy Stuart actually still had 2 piles in my yard that were his, from when he had hauled some stuff into my place several years ago. So, because him and I worked back and forth on some of that stuff. So, I mean, he's had stuff stored at my yard for several years. I've had stuff stored at his yard, but we work back and forth together real well. So, so he got some of his stuff out of there. I got some junk out of there that I needed, and they needed gone, and it all worked out. So, now I just got to get my check. But, well, actually, I got to get part of my check. Because last week, that big job that I got on was his job also. So he keeps finding more cars, so that way he don't have to pay me. If he finds more cars, he just trades it back out. But like I said, I got a lot of cool stuff. The 54 Chevy 5 the 3100, the 53 Chevy Coupe, the 62 Mercury, the 63 Mercury, the 65 C10, 60s Mopars, depends on what you're looking for there on Swept-Line. So I don't know. He keeps finding cars. I might not even get a check. We'll see what happens. So, but like I said, we made some headway. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the video. If you didn't see that one, be sure to check it out. He actually, the videos we did from the big auction cleanup in November, that was Stuart on his equipment over there as well. So we, there was some footage there of his equipment. But he's got some good stuff, and those guys go in and flat and make some things happen. So, yeah, that's what that Peter down under. You don't have near as much of it, so at least you got some down there. But yeah, not near like being here in the States. So anyway, I made some good headway there. I got a ton of stuff we got to shoot. Holy cow! I mean, all the stuff I've picked up last week, and plus I think there's 15 cars and trucks that we need to do videos on that you guys haven't seen yet that have come in over the last couple months. So a lot of stuff coming up there. You watch Maple Motors channel? No, I have not seen the Maple Motors channel. So, obviously, I got the Lawrence Swap Meet. Actually, we got the video that Jess and I did at the Lawrence Swap Meet. His skid loader is pretty good. It flat gets some stuff done. There's no doubt about it. I've never ran it, but it gets some stuff done. So we've got the Lawrence Swap Meet video that Jess and I did. I've got what we brought home from the Lawrence Swap Meet. I have, obviously, all this new inventory I haven't shot. I've got one more ACD video we've got to get up. I've got more videos from my buddy's yard, even from a couple months ago yet that we haven't shared with you. So lots of stuff going on. We'll get some more of those up tomorrow. We'll get another one up tomorrow night, another one up Friday night. And, of course, Sunday night, we will be back live again at 7 o'clock for Sunday night live chat. So anyway, that's about what I've got for tonight. We'll do a quick recap as soon as we get this cat off the table here. Move, dum-dum. Yes, you. We're talking about you. So, quick recap on tonight's stuff. Cool cans, the Butterflake popcorn, the Norse, the Kodak Microdoll replenisher, whatever that is, the Firestone Motor King, the City Service, the Shamrock ladder fluid, Co-op household, Permatex solver rust, and the awesome BXP mag wheel polish. I need to hire a videographer. Yeah. Pete's still going at it. Norma signing off. Glad you were here, Norma. And then, of course, the super awesome Hometown Jones Pontiac Service Department key rack. Oh, yeah, talking about Lawrence Swap Meet. Wait till you guys see what's in those pizza boxes. Oh, yeah. Alex is here. Yep, you guys are going to like those pizza boxes, trust me. So that'll catch us. Quick recap for the night. We'll get ready to wrap this one up, sign off, so I can get back to work. I know a lot of you guys have stuff going on tonight. Appreciate you coming by. Had a great time with you. Appreciate you working with me tonight, even though we're running a little bit behind. All John heard was pizza. No, it's not moldy pizzas. Pizza don't love my Z28 too. There is a whole bunch of super awesome, epic goodness in those pizza boxes. So, and a lot of it. And you guys are going to be super geeked about it. And one thing about it, most of the stuff in those pizza boxes, I haven't sorted it all out yet. Pizzas are like tacos. Haven't found one yet I don't like. But a lot of the stuff in those pizza boxes I think are going to be duplicates that I already have in my collection. So you know what that means. A lot of that stuff's going to be showing up on Sunday night auctions over the next several weeks. So anyway, that's what I've got for tonight. Appreciate everybody swinging by, hanging out. If you missed the video last night of the yard cleanup, definitely check that one out. And stay tuned. More cool stuff coming up tomorrow night, Friday night, and then once again, of course, 7 o'clock Sunday night live chat. We'll have a lot to talk about with the Hutch Swap Meet, see what happens with Meekum, Indy. That's right, Mark. We will have some magazines. We're going to have a lot of fun. So thanks for being here tonight, everybody. Appreciate you swinging by a little bit later and working with me. And we will see you all again at 7 o'clock Sunday night. Thanks for swinging by and hanging out and watching tonight.